Hello, everybody. This is Love from Above by your sibling spirit guides. I'm Maureen, and this is my brother.
Hey, Maureen. Hey, everyone. This is Brian.
Hey, Brian. We're so happy to be there here. On this podcast, we share daily channelings we receive from star beings, ascended masters, mythical beings who really exist, and occasionally our ancestors. And today's topic is, I just love this one. Your emotions are a compass, not a crisis. We're going to cover how to acknowledge and examine emotions rather than ignoring them or blindly accepting them. And our additional messages warn that negative emotions like worry, fear, and a resentment can cause physical harm at a cellular level, and how to use meditative practices to focus on emotional expansion. Brian, oh my gosh, harm on a cellular level, that's a wake-up call, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's something I think we're both attuned to. But yeah, that type of negative energy is not good. So, but yeah, excited to get in this one. I know emotions are important, but it's something to really delve into and really understand a little bit more deeper here.
Yeah, so on this podcast, we go through our archives and look for podcasts on a similar theme. And so the first one is from November 27th, 2025, on examining your emotions. You want to kick us off, brother?
Sure. We encourage the fostering of unique bonds with individuals who can augment the natural resources within your residing or your own stellar accomplishments. And you said you're seeing a visual of someone writing on a chalkboard. The answers are all present. So clear the mind and still the heart. Open your hands. Now we shall begin anew. The relaxed state is important to augment one's personal self. We provide the analogy of getting dressed for the day. You go into the closet and select what feels comfortable for you. You would not wear a swimsuit in November in the northern regions of your climate, nor would you wear a fur parka in the southern regions in the summer. In the same way, you select the energetic forms that suit you best without realizing the implications. Are you in a drab and dreary mood? Go to your closet and select something more fun to put on as an attribute of your persona. Are you feeling immense, high energy and need to quell and stabilize these? Your thoughts for more placid interaction? The same is true. Go to your closet and change out what works best for your being. Humans expect that their outward attitude shall remain placid and calm and neutral in all situations. Yet, thoughts, people, actions, and place provoke different reactions within their natural being. It's natural to respond in a defensive mode when hurt. It's natural to reach out to someone who is harmed and hurt. Understand these emotions and do not shy away from their activity. We provide some further examples. Say you are someone born into the great depths of poverty in your great land. This poverty or lack of resources can provide an impetus to rise above the fires that fuels within, increasing as the ability to strive forth is augmented. In this way, we provide examples of why. Not everyone is born with adequate resources. Think of your own world. Too often, when people receive free gifts, they become critical of the recipient's gifts. It's not enough. It's the wrong size. It's too big. It's too small. However, when you earn the right to purchase what you desire, especially if that item is the one that took much forethought, saving, and scrimping, the value is truly cherished and treasured. We go back to importance. Uh, the importance we place is on the emotional resonance within the body to allow the emotions to flow, to acknowledge them, to see them and welcome them. Should you feel an unwelcome thought, see it, turn it over in your mind, and release it. Too often the thoughts are not acknowledged. They pass through without the ability to witness the damage that they can do within the interior core of yourself. You know not of what we speak. We continue to search for the appropriate analogy. We focus on the shoes. Say an unwanted thought comes into your mind. It's like a pair of shoes that does not fit you. We say, examine the thought and release it. The shoes are not meant for you. They are not the right size. But you would not know that if you had not tried them on your feet. In the same way, when the thought comes in, do not just accept it, reject it, or ignore its presence. Turn it over in your mind and see if it's acceptable to you. If it's not, reject it like the shoes that do not fit. If it is acceptable, welcome it into your body aura. You have done well. Interesting. I do like that. I mean, I think I'm someone like that. I try and, keep calm in all types of situations, but it is a great scenario that I like that how it's, understand the emotions you're feeling, turn it over in your mind, see if it's acceptable. If not, reject it, but don't just sort of ignore it. I think that's something that I'm certainly been do and I don't do this on a regular basis. So it's something to take in and adjust. What do you think, Maureen?
Yeah, this is a practice that I'm definitely getting used to too. And I'm reading a new book to me from Abraham and Hicks, and it's on the astonishing. I think it's entitled "The Astonishing Powers of Emotions," but it's kind of the same message. But the recent thing I can think of is there was a moment, and I don't even really remember what happened in the moment, but it was something significant in a really powerful, good way. And then I just was going to go on in my, normal day, my normal routine. And I was like, whoa, 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 I got to stop. And I just felt like I had to honor what had just happened. And then it was amazing. So I'm like, I'm just going to honor just what just happened. And then I started to cry. Like a good cry, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God. So it was, I do think that we're used to not even like the negative emotions, but like the higher positive emotions when something really, but just going on with your day. Oh, well, let's honor that was a really beautiful thing that happened. So yeah, I think this is a practice. I think from what you're saying, we're both, you know, on the learning curve of learning this practice. Would you agree?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, good to note. I'll go on to the next one, which is August 8th of 2024. Worries can destroy your cellular structure. Wow. Dearest one, we are always near. We arrived at your present location before you did. As we follow your journeys, we are known as the Brotherhood of Ashuria. We come forth now. We see that you're bound to love all those who quell the need for stillness and peace. There is one suggestion we leave with you, and that is the knowledge that worries can destroy the cellular structure of your magnificent beings. This is true when you imagine the creases that often line the faces of the elderly people in your population. These creases are often called worry lines, which can be a misnomer. However, the damage, the worry, the fear, the frustration, resentment, shame, or feelings of unworthiness are much more harmful than everyone realizes. It would be like consuming a cocktail of your petrol, which would be dangerous to ingest in a similar fashion. These so-called negative emotions render harm. Wow. What do you have to say to that, Brian?
Yeah, consuming a cocktail of petrol or gas is not something I would wish on anyone. So, but yeah, it's amazing that I didn't really realize it destroys the cellular structure. Did you have any knowledge of this?
No, but Brian, I swear I'm the living embodiment. So all those, if you listened, I was traveling the world continually. And gosh, the last 6 months of my travel, like I just kept on having nothing big, God bless, but just just some obstacles with health. And as soon as I came and moved and close to be one of my children, like it's so funny, like these problems that have been not nothing big, but just nigging at me, they've just disappeared. They've just gone. So yeah, I did have a lot of concerns for those last 6 months on the road. And now that those are gone, like, the obstacles within the body, those are gone too. Like it's astounding to me. Astounding.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's something to really be aware of, though, and I it's important that we all acknowledge that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it really can cause harm to your cellular structure, which is just good reminder to be in the practice of gratitude and appreciation and love. And yeah, I mean, and that's something, we both began this journey together with studying Dr. Joe Dispenza, and at the higher vibrations, there, there is no ill health. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's demonstrated scientifically now too. So that's important.
Right.
Okay, I'll go into the next one, which is from August 9th, 2024. It's about a cloud of feelings and stilling the mind. Hello, we are present in your mind. You are doing well to acknowledge the good feelings that persist around your general self. We encourage those to realize that feelings are like clouds that surround the general aura. The more positive feelings that you can attract other good feelings. These clouds of feelings have magnetic holes. That's why it's imperative to be careful with your thoughts and feelings. A single dip can spiral you in an unwanted direction. You are wise to notice the general state of well being of your mind and body. This is true for the brother, too. We come forth in loving honor of your dearly departed father. He is present but unable to communicate as we are. We are the Ashurian Brotherhood. We bring forth messages of light, for light dispels fear. Light inspires love. Light unites all. There are others who come forth through this vessel now. The mind, still the mind, stilling the mind is the single greatest added attribute one can possess. The beauty of a still mind is it is open to receiving loving messages. Like a farmer who carefully selects the best seeds to plant, the devotee who can eliminate those thoughts that do not deserve attention, this life shall benefit many. Dear one, do you see the light which you carry? It lights with a million-ton resonance. The same is true of any who wish to augment the greater source of their continued being. The task is easy. It requires constant monitoring, but the joy of feeding, nourishing, and loving yourself is well worth the minimal effort required. You are doing well to keep up with our thoughts. Do you see the difference now? And I said, yes, it's really easy to channel. We shall turn now to more complex subjects as we have free control of this physical frame. We turn now to your cellular structure. Should you take one itty bitty, teeny tiny molecular unit from your physical frame, you would see that it's repeated throughout your body. This is why it's important to immediately rest upon the incursion of a lower physical attribute, such as a cold, flu, sore toe, or sore finger. Should one immediately rest after the discomfort has been inflicted, the benefit shall incur. Too many people try to work through, push through their physical ailments. This is a judgment to their being. The physical malady is a sign that all is not well within the mental framework of the human form. It is important to rest and realign, to meditate, to seek a healer, to rest in front of your blue screens, choosing carefully what to engage your mind and body with. These healing activities can stop the flow of any further incursions. Do you see? And I said, yeah, I can see a blue light. They said, yes, we hail from the twin sisters, and as such are often seen as carrying a resonant blue light that emits from our natural beings. We are dearly departed brothers and sisters of humankind, as many originate from our planets. We come forth now with messages of love to guide those who dare to listen to these messages that may seem otherworldly. You have done well. We receive now. We shall provide beneficial nutrients for you to enjoy on this day. Know that we receive and carry a deep love for the sibling pair. Brian, you want to talk about the importance of
Yeah,
rest?
it's a timely message, right, for me. So it's funny. But I was traveling last week and a bit very busy, and then and at a big event, and I did pick up a cold, and I was saying, Maureen, I'm trying to fight through it and still trying to act like, yeah, I'll be fine. It'll like it's no big deal. It's not going to affect me. But then realize I have to listen to messages like this and just I've been taking it easy. And yeah, so that's a good message for me. But what it is so true. What resonates with you?
Yeah, we hear these messages again, the beauty of the still mind. And Brian, I've really gotten away from doing a lot of I still do some, I love to do the Drunvalo, Merkaba, and a few other important meditations, but I'm really focused now on just like watching the mind. I don't know if anyone else has does that as a meditative practice, but it is just astounding. You're like, oh my just but then when you can get it to still like it's amazing but it's just to watch where it goes is just it's like what do you watch your mind, Brian?
Yes, I definitely do that, and I know what you mean. But it's I guess so over time though it is easier to sort of just be a blank slate, you know what I mean? And just this sort of not have a lot of things come in your mind, but it does take some effort for sure.
Well, for me it's in the morning, so I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be seeing perfectly clear, like I'll see everything perfectly clear, everything that's in the room, and I will have not a thought in my head. And it's so glorious. And then it's like as soon as the thoughts come in, everything that I'm seeing that's so clear, like that fades. You know what I mean? So it is real. It's really important to, still and I don't know why that dichotomy happens, but I can see perfectly clear when the mind is still and it's like, oh, okay, wow. Oh, yeah, yeah. And then the thoughts come and it's like, you know, it disappears. Can you relate?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So I'll go on to the last one from September 28th to 2024, emotional expansion. I come forth now. There is a time and a place for everything, and now is the time and the place for everything. For everything to be confined to this ultimate moment. You are free. It's like winning the sweepstakes or placing a bet on a champion horse who comes blazing through the finish line. It's in this ultimate moment that you are creating the future, not only for yourselves, but for nations and planets and universes. In this way, what your heavenly brothers and sisters advise is most wise for the mind, unified with the breath, creates all that you and creates and expands. I want you to consider for a minute this may be seem implausible. I want you to imagine for the most beautiful ring you've ever seen in your life. It doesn't matter if it's an engagement ring, a championship ring, a football ring, or whatever it is. I want you to imagine it on your index finger. I want you to feel the weight of it, see the color. Can you feel it on your index finger? Yes. Now I want you to expand this vision and imagine the most glorious headpiece you've ever seen. This could be a crown, a cap, a baseball cap, whatever it is you want to be seen upon your head. And then you said, okay, I've got that. Now I want you to go down to your feet. Imagine I want you I want you to go barefoot. That's fine. I want you to feel your feet. This is a good example of feeling the feeling that is required. You've been focusing on visions, but have missed the emotional part of the related image. In this, it, in just these simple exercises, by feeling the weight of the ring on your finger, feeling the weight of the crown on your head, feeling your feet bare and squishing into the earth, or the sensations that you're feeling, you've been focusing on feelings of happiness or sadness, which is fine, but it's the actual feelings of the object there. So now let's take this bigger. I want you to feel the ultimate joy of love. Now, see, that's harder, it's more difficult to come, but if you were to focus on expanding your heart, you've trained your mind, your breath, your body to open the heart chakra. There we go. That's easier for you to do than to broader the scope of the feelings of joy, of bliss. For those of you that can feel in the moment, it's difficult to come forth in a meditative state. It requires much more discipline. This is a simpler way. I'm pleased to relay this message to you. So this is really interesting. I mean, it's like it's a perfect example of, feeling it on your body, like with the crown and the ring and feeling the sensations of things. And it's not just, thinking of the object, but the way it feels on your body. I mean, I think that's really resonates. It's a great analogy. So I did take a lot from this message. What resonates with you, Maureen?
Yeah, I think it's making it simpler and bringing it down. So, yeah, we all want to feel joy and peace and bliss, but like, what would that feel like? So, imagine the joy. Imagine like back in the day, when you retired, you'd get like the gold watch. So, imagine the joy of getting that gold watch and feeling it on your wrist. And every time you looked at it, like what that would mean to you. And that emotion, bringing that forward as opposed to just the abstract of like, I want to be in peace, I want to be in a state of bliss, I want to be appreciative. Like, I think it like provides a crutch to help you get to where you want to go, right?
Yeah, well said. Yeah, I think that sums it up. But so, yeah, I think it was interesting to tie all these different things together about, how emotions are so important and, you know, the these different tools and tips that they give are really important on how to process emotions and how to think about them in your daily life. Anything else you want to add, Maureen?
Yeah, I was listening of course, and we used to mention Drunvalo every podcast. Now I think I'm mentioning Guy Lawrence, that podcast, which I love. But anyway, he had a guest on recently, and she was saying, we really are like radio transmitters. And so that, you know, so if you can imagine that, like at the beacon that's sounding from that radio transmitter, and so that if you're not in a peaceful, joyful, blissful state, like one of the first sessions talked about going to the closet and changing it because we know you attract what you are. So if you're going to go out in the day and you're not in the peaceful, joyful, appreciative state, then, what are you going to be getting back? So yeah, and that's a beautiful analogy, going into your closet and changing it out, if you're in a drab or dreary mood. So yeah, I think for both of us, this is a practice that we're growing in. And thank you, Brian, for putting it together.
Yeah, yep. All right. Well, appreciate it. And we'll talk to everyone next time.